What if I told you that the difference between being rich and being broke has almost nothing to do with your salary? It's not about how much you earn. It's about what you do with every single dollar that passes through your hands. The wealthiest people on earth share 7 specific habits that the poor and middle class almost never practice. And today, I'm going to reveal every single one of them. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Wealth is not an accident. It's not luck. And it's definitely not about being born into the right family. Studies show that over 68% of millionaires are self-made. They built their wealth from scratch. And the one thing they all have in common? Habits. Not talent. Not IQ. Not connections. Habits. The daily, boring, unsexy decisions they make over and over again. While most people are out there looking for a shortcut, wealthy people are out there building systems. Let me show you exactly what those systems look like. Habit number 1. They pay themselves first. This is the golden rule of wealth building, and almost nobody follows it. Most people get their paycheck, pay their rent, pay their bills, buy their groceries, maybe go out to eat, and then at the end of the month, they look at what's left over and think, I'll save that. But there's never anything left. Sound familiar? Wealthy people flip this completely. The moment money hits their account, they automatically move 10, 20, even 30% into savings and investments. Before they pay a single bill, before they buy anything. This isn't about discipline in the moment. It's about setting up automatic transfers so the money moves before you even see it. The psychology is powerful. When the money is already gone, you learn to live on what remains. And here's the mind-blowing part. You adapt. Your lifestyle adjusts. You barely notice the difference. But your investment account? That grows like crazy. Habit number 2. They track every dollar. I know this sounds boring, but that's exactly why it works. Because broke people refuse to do it. Wealthy people know exactly where their money goes. Every single month. They know how much they spend on food, on subscriptions, on transportation, on entertainment. Not approximately. Exactly. Most people have no idea where 40% of their income disappears to. They just know it's gone by the end of the month. Tracking your money forces you to confront reality. It eliminates those sneaky little expenses that drain hundreds of dollars a month without you noticing. That daily coffee, those unused subscriptions, the impulse purchases on Amazon at 2 a.m. When you track everything, spending becomes a conscious decision instead of an unconscious habit. And conscious decisions are where wealth is built. Habit number 3. They invest consistently, regardless of market conditions. Here's what separates wealthy investors from everyone else. They don't try to time the market. They don't panic when stocks drop. They don't get euphoric when stocks soar. They just keep investing. Every single month. Rain or shine. Bull market or bear market. This strategy is called dollar cost averaging, and it's one of the most powerful wealth-building tools in existence. When markets crash, your regular investment buys more shares at a lower price. When markets rise, your existing shares grow in value. Over time, this smooths out all the volatility and produces remarkable returns. The average person does the exact opposite. They invest when markets are high because of excitement and sell when markets crash because of fear. They literally buy high and sell low. That's not investing. That's destroying wealth. The wealthy understand that time in the market beats timing the market. Every single time. Habit number 4. They spend on assets, not liabilities. This is perhaps the most important distinction in all of personal finance. And most people get it completely wrong. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket. A liability is something that takes money out. Your house? If you're living in it and paying a mortgage, it's a liability. It costs you money every month. A rental property that generates income? That's an asset. A brand new car that loses 20% of its value the moment you drive it off the lot? Liability. Knowledge and skills that increase your earning power? Assets. Wealthy people spend their money on things that generate more money. Real estate that produces rental income. Index funds that grow over time. Education that increases their market value. equipment for a business that generates revenue. Poor people spend their money on things that decrease in value. The latest phone, designer clothes, luxury items they can't afford. Every dollar you spend is either building your wealth or destroying it. There is no neutral spending. The wealthy understand this, and they choose accordingly. Habit number 5. They protect their time like it's their most valuable asset. Because it is. The average person trades their time for money at a fixed rate. They work 40 hours, they get a paycheck. And that's it. They come home, watch Netflix for 4 hours, scroll social media for 2 more, and go to bed. Week after week, year after year. Wealthy people treat their time completely differently. They see every hour as either an investment or an expense. Those 4 hours of Netflix? That's 4 hours that could have been spent learning a new skill, building a side business, networking with ambitious people, or creating content. I'm not saying you should never relax, but there's a difference between intentional rest and mindless time wasting. The wealthy have a concept called their hourly rate. They calculate how much their time is worth, and they refuse to spend it on tasks below that rate. If your time is worth $50 an hour, why would you spend 3 hours doing something you could pay someone $30 to do? This is how wealthy people think. They buy back their time and invest it in higher value activities. That's how they multiply their output, while everyone else stays stuck. Habit number 6. They surround themselves with people who elevate them. You've probably heard the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. But most people treat this like a cute quote instead of a scientific reality. Wealthy people take this dead seriously. They actively curate their social circle. They distance themselves from negative people, complainers, and those who are comfortable with mediocrity. They seek out mentors, ambitious peers, and people who are already where they want to be. This isn't about being arrogant or elitist. It's about survival. Because the people around you shape your beliefs, your standards, and your expectations. If everyone in your circle is broke and talks about how impossible it is to get ahead, you'll start believing it too. If everyone in your circle is building businesses, investing, and growing, you'll naturally rise to that level. It's not just motivation. It's neuroscience. Mirror neurons in your brain literally cause you to mimic the behaviors and attitudes of those around you. Choose your circle like your financial future depends on it. Because it does. Habit number 7. They never stop learning. The average millionaire reads 4 to 5 books per month. Not fiction. Books on business, investing, psychology, and self-improvement. The average American reads 4 books per year. See the gap? Wealthy people understand that knowledge compounds just like money. The more you learn, the better decisions you make. The better decisions you make, the more wealth you accumulate. The more wealth you accumulate, the more access you get to even better knowledge and opportunities. It's a virtuous cycle that accelerates over time. But this goes beyond books. Wealthy people invest in courses, coaches, and masterminds. They attend conferences. They study their industry obsessively. They analyze their mistakes and extract lessons from them. Learning is not something they did in school and stopped. It's a daily habit that they maintain for life. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, spends 5 to 6 hours per day reading. When asked about the secret to his success, he pointed to a stack of books and said, "Read 500 pages like this every day." That's how knowledge works. It builds up like compound interest. Let's bring it all together. 7 habits. Pay yourself first. Track every dollar. Invest consistently. Spend on assets, not liabilities. Protect your time. Curate your circle. And never stop learning. None of these habits are sexy. None of them will make you rich overnight. But practiced consistently, over years, they will absolutely transform your financial life. The gap between the rich and the poor isn't talent, luck, or circumstance. It's habits. And the beautiful thing about habits? You can change them. Starting right now. Starting today. If you found value in this video, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'm breaking down the exact strategies and mindsets that build real wealth every single day on this channel. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. And I'll see you in the next one.